back in Arizona. Last 2 days, all day today we've been here in Arizona. The 2 days prior, we made the trip down out of cold Tahoe to warm Arizona. Man, I have cut sweet peas yesterday evening. I've cut sweet peas, I imagine, 4 or 5 hours today, giving away a lot of them. Going to sub-teach tomorrow, and that secretary out at San Luis is going to get a little bundle. Say, hey, appreciate you. But first of all, I want to talk about back in Tahoe on Sunday. Went with our daughter. New experience. Attended a Unity church service. She told us that she had been going to that. Didn't mean anything to me. I'd never even really heard of it. But, you know, the thing to do was to go with her to her church. I was blown away. We weren't the first there, but there weren't many people there when we came through the door, and incidentally it was held in the senior center, place that we'd been to for that dance a couple of nights before. And as we came in, there was a greeter, a man, probably 30, 35, 40, hugged us. I don't know quite what to think about that, but it was all right. Didn't feel too weird. Hugged everybody. The wife, daughter, me. Sat down. Some young, well, young, the age of our daughter, give or take, 10. A woman comes over, and she greets us very warmly. Nice, all right. Well, watched as other people came in. The greeter hugged them all just the same. It wasn't a cozy hug, just a kind of, you're welcome, and I guess sharing a little love. Not anything sexy about it. But people came in with a sense of peace about them. Kind of neat. A little socializing, but not quite what I was used to in most churches, where they're wanting to be friendly. These people were friendly, but there emanated a spirit of love, a spirit of God. Well, had the bulletin there, so I get to looking at it. And I read the Unity Joint Statement for Peace. Quote, Unity stands for peace in the presence of conflict, for love in the presence of hatred. Unity honors the many names for God and urges all nations, their leaders, and people to turn to God. Pursue peace, not war. For this is what honors the God of all our faith traditions. Unity stands for peace in our lifetime. I like that. I like that just first class. Well, in the meantime, about as weird-looking pair of musicians you ever want to see, a man and a woman. Apparently not a man and a wife, because one was from up in, I think they said, British Northwest, Canada. And I don't know, they had different instruments. They were tuning up. Bells, cymbals, little tiny bells. He had a fancy board, synthesizer, I think they call it. And when the music got going later in the service, it was kind of eerie music, but it somehow touched my soul. I liked it. I liked it too when One of the numbers was he taught us to sing with him and his fellow musicians, bells and different music, different tonations than I'm used to. We did a chant from a Buddhist, I think he said it was about a 2,000-year-old chant. Didn't really understand the words, but I felt something. I felt something good. Well, got to looking at this bulletin a little bit more. Who we are. Acceptance. We believe there are many paths and one God. We are a safe and sacred community that honors people of all faiths and welcomes everyone wherever they are on their spiritual journey. Then they had one called empowerment. We commit to consciously living the truth of our oneness with God through our thoughts, words, and actions. I reflected on that a little bit, you know. Don and I say the Lord's Prayer every night. And in the night when I wake up, I say it again, and I say the Psalm. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. Anyway, it all seemed to fit together here. Then they had a title in this program, Transformation. We practice prayer, meditation, and service to others, and apply universal spiritual principles as the keys to personal and global transformation. Like that. And the last one that I want to quote off of that page is gratitude. From our awareness that we are God's light and life, we choose love and compassion for ourselves and others, creating harmony, peace, and unity throughout our world, and we are grateful. Praise God. Well, needless to say, bottom line is, I've been sick and tired of going to church services where half of the time there's ranting and raving against something and somebody. I didn't have any sense of that. I had the sense of God's presence and of love centered on God and not based on any particular discipline. The love of God, honoring all the traditions from the American Indians to the Aborigines of Australia to the Roman Catholics to the Jewish, and on and on and on. Now, you guessed it. We'll be checking out to see if there's a Unity Church in Yuma, Arizona, and it will be very interesting to find out if there is. And secondly, to find out, does that spirit of love, of compassion, of caring, of what I really think Jesus talked about, the love of your fellow man and your acceptance of the fellow man. If it's like that, we might become members of Unity.